Looks like we've got Megan right now. Megan, what are you seeing?
Yeah, we are seeing, I am far away, so it's hard to see. Irissa, do they look, what age group does that look like that got a
Like 5, 6, 7.
5, 6, 7-year-olds, so young girls? Okay, yeah, it looked like another group of young girls getting off that helicopter. We apologize for losing that signal there for a little bit. We have another helicopter coming out over us right now, too. Let's see if this one makes a landing at the high school as well. And this is where they are being, we were told this is where they're being medically evaluated at the high school, and then they will be brought over to the elementary school to be reunited with their family. A lot of these families rushing to this small town from all over the state. This was supposed to be a fun experience for these girls, memories to last a lifetime, and unfortunately it was met with some devastation and some really terrifying moments. But I'm telling you, it is actually such a relief to see those children get off the helicopters and get out safely. I mean, this is what everyone has been praying for, truly. We're watching another helicopter land right now, so let's see. It's hard to see, I'm not going to lie, they're behind a fence, so it is hard to see who's coming out of that. But like we said, once they're evaluated here, then they'll be brought over to their parents. And I did see a bus just moments ago pull up, so I'm assuming they'll take some of those kiddos over to be reunited with their parents. And this might have been a quick drop off because this one's going right up in the air. So they are acting quickly here. And we were told also, I want to point out, earlier in the press conference, this operation we were told is going to go into the night as long as it takes to make sure that everyone is safe. Henry, Sarah.
Megan, I want to ask you, because you and I have been talking via text as well. Some of these parents of these kids from Camp Mystic, you've been in contact with. Some of these children who have been unaccounted for. Give me that context. You and I haven't had a chance to really talk about it. What have you learned from some of these parents?
Yeah, these parents they're terrified, Henry. I spoke with a father earlier, and I want to be a little cautious. So her name was Lainey Landry. He basically, he of course wants her picture out there, wants to make sure she's okay. He was anxiously waiting by the phone to make sure, to see if, anyone knew anything. And he was, wanting her photo to be shared across social media. It could be very possible that she is on one of these helicopters and is okay. But you could hear the worry, the panic in his voice. And it almost, my heart just completely broke speaking with him. And that just gives you an idea of just, the fear that these parents that they have, and the devastation that might be going through their minds as they think of, the what ifs. But that was just one child. That was just one father I was able to speak with. I also want to an Astros legend who is now no longer plays with the team right now, but Alex Bregman himself even tweeted on X, or posted on X, about a few girls that are still unaccounted for. He's posting pictures of them on his X profile, just trying to get the word out to see if anyone knows about these young girls. One of them's named Virginia. The other one is named Kellyanne Lytle, both from Camp Mystic. So even a Houston legend, Houston Astros baseball player, is posting about some of those girls that were unaccounted for. And that was as recently as 36 minutes ago when he posted about Virginia Hollis asking for people to share, and if they knew anything, to call the parents. And I will say, in a lot of these posts we're seeing on social media, it has the phone numbers to the parents. Do not contact them unless you know something, because the last thing they want is their hopes to get their hopes up and then get a phone call from someone with no invalid or credible information. But of course they want their photos and that information to be shared just in case someone does know something. But at this point, we believe that parents are aware of that reunification site at the elementary school, which is just down the road from where we are right now. And we are still, more helicopters just keep coming in. So we're just going to stay and keep showing you what we're seeing. And just for some context, I am off of Highway 39, right next to the Guadalupe River. And then on this other side, like Henry is mentioning, the high school, where it is turned into this rescue mission. And and really the landing spot for these helicopters to get these children medically evaluated and make sure that they are all doing okay. Henry, Sarah, I don't know if y'all have any more questions about what we're seeing. I know y'all want to probably keep watching what we're looking at right now.
Incredible images that we're looking at here, Megan, and you being on the ground. I was wondering, so Camp Mystic, the lieutenant governor said, had more than 700 kids, 23 unaccounted for. Are you able to get a number on how many kids have already made it and have been rescued and there? Because Jeremy mentioned there were 30 girls earlier, and now you're seeing all these helicopters coming down. Any idea, have you had a chance to speak with anyone, how many girls have made it on site so far?
We have not, just because we're across the street from, and you know, we don't want to interfere with our operations. I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to 8 girls get off this helicopter. And then before that was probably the same. I would say we're up to like 30, like Jeremy was saying, just from what we've seen in the last, 10 minutes. So there are a lot of people being evacuated. It brings up the question of if the unaccounted for, I guess if they knew that these girls were still on the campground, but they were already in maybe an elevated, safer area, and now they're going in and grabbing them, and who the unaccounted for are. I mean, that's just speculation, of course. We don't know this. We aren't able to speak with anyone. But where that 23 comes in, where that number comes in, it kind of is making me question, because we have seen some reports online. Of course, this is just people that know some of the family members, so not, from the officials,
Megan,
about some
Megan,
of the campsites being swept away.
Megan,
Yes.
I know that you're on the other
okay,
side, and it's really hard for you to see, but Irissa's doing a great job as we're zooming in right now. I want to just walk through our viewers as to what we're seeing, because it looks like that these girls that we're seeing, in several of them from officials, that it looks like they're taking their photo as soon as they just got off the helicopter before they're being medically checked, which is interesting, because I'm assuming that will then just make sure that their parents know that their child is safe. That's very interesting that I've been seeing that as soon as they got off the helicopter. But Megan, I mean, this is just incredible, because this is our first time really seeing this recovery efforts that we've been talking about all day. And it's been nonstop as you see it.
It has been nonstop. And I just want to put perspective on this when I mentioned more than 700 girls at the camp. This is a massive rescue effort, because if you're looking at 7 to 8 girls per helicopter, this is going to go on for hours, and the clock is ticking as the sun is about to set, and also with the rain coming down later today. So this is going nonstop. But my question to you, Megan, was the father that you mentioned speaking to earlier. We know that it sounds like the campground had a list of everyone, because they were able to identify 23 unaccounted for, and officials said they contacted those parents. So it sounds like those parents already know if their kids are not going to be here in these helicopters. That father that you spoke to, did he give you an idea? I mean, he didn't get any phone calls, right?
No, he didn't. In fact, Sarah, when we spoke, one of the first things out of his mouth was, "Do you know where she is?" So that's kind of the point I was trying to kind of connecting the dots myself there, Sarah, with, we're seeing all these children getting off the helicopter, but yeah, this is likely, these aren't the children that are, being posted online, unfortunately, just considering the fact that they probably still had kids there, right? 700 that they needed to evacuate.
Right.
But they still have that list of unaccounted for. So,
well, and in a way, the fact he didn't get a phone call.
We spoke less than an hour ago.
Yeah, in a way, the fact that he didn't get a phone call is good news. If you don't get a phone call, that's good news, because officials said they will let you know if your kid is unaccounted for.
Right.